So I'm getting ready to go out into my stand. The first thing I like to do before I go out, obviously, is get completely scent free as humanly possible. But then the next thing I do is I shoot my bow. One arrow. It's completely a confidence check for here and an equipment check for there. The last thing you want after shooting all spring and summer is to get out and have a malfunction at a buck of a lifetime. And it doesn't even have to be that, it can be a doe. You want your hunt to go right, it starts here in the yard. So the key for me is to get everything, all my garb on, and to shoot exactly like I will in the field. Now you can see here that just for easy sake, I'm carrying, or I have my quiver connected. I don't shoot with my quiver out of the stand, so I'm going to remove it for practice. Now the thing about an arrow is they're a certain weight and everything changes. That's a lighted nock, so it's going to be heavier than a regular nock. That's a 100 grain field tip. Everything on this arrow is the exact same weight as the arrow I'll use to shoot when I go to harvest a deer. So right here I'm at my 25-yard marker, and that is a split between my first and second pin. Okay, I shot a little high, so I'm going to shoot another one. So you can see at 25 yards, I'm roughly on the bullseye. I'm ready to go to the stand. Just heading out to the stand now, and I've noticed that the beans have dried out quite a bit more, and a fresh scrape, and I'm pretty sure it's the buck that I'm after that did that. Seems to be the only buck around. I think he's ran the other ones off. He's not the biggest buck in town, but he's big enough to run off what I did have here. So I'm not really late getting in the stand, but I am in a hurry to get there because it's pushing 5 o'clock, and I just like the concept of being early. Early is on time is late. Then here's just kind of an overlay now. You can see the trail camera there that I have set up in a northerly direction, mainly for nighttime movement when I'm in bed, because I can look out of my house and see deer moving. So just a quick shot there for you. And of course I am hunting over soybeans and goldenrod, which is still green. We have not had a frost yet. Last night I didn't hunt because it was super windy and raining, and they'll move in the rain, but deer down here, they usually do not move in the wind, so I figured nothing was moving. That buck walked by this stand at about 15 yards. I just couldn't believe it. And I saw a whole bunch of does out in the field too. I couldn't believe that either. We're talking 20, 25 mile an hour winds, but they moved. They usually don't. Today is about 50 degrees with a high barometer. So movement should be good. Hopefully I get some action for you. Stay tuned. Now this is a complete testament to the scent control that I do. They're downwind of me at about 15 yards, and the one is a mature doe. So I use the Scent Killer Gold. I will put a picture of it now. Here you can see a doe's working her way in from across the railroad tracks. Now you can see there's a stand there, and if you go back to my second sit video, that's the stand that I was in. I give you kind of an overlay of that, but she's coming in alone. I'm pretty happy at this point in time because I know she's coming in for the soybeans, and you can have all the decoys you want in the world, but nothing brings a buck in like a real decoy, especially a doe. Here you can see a button buck. He had worked his way across the creek out of the swamp patch. He's by himself. I have no explanation for that as to why he's by himself, but he is. And he's about 10 yards in front of me, and I just sat there and watched him eat and took video. This was about the last 10 minutes of shooting light, and at this point I was really thinking that that buck was going to come out. That buck had come out of those woods 2 of the 4 nights that I had seen him, essentially. And the one night that I didn't see him, I was in the stand, and he come out in the big field instead. Didn't get him tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you at the next video.